Be still, pet. I know you're anxious. It's understandable, but unhelpful. And as much as I'd like to employ our usual method of stilling your thoughts, I'm afraid we don't really have the time to be reveling in that kind of distraction. So, my words will have to be enough this time. You want to hold me. If you wish. I suppose there are other ways my body can bring you some measure of comfort, for lack of a better term. You'll be all right. When the magic starts flying, this will be the safest place for you. And if somehow our efforts fail, you'll have an easy excuse for them. You were trapped here, the helpless victim of a cruel, unfeeling, sadistic demon. One you're grateful to be free of. That is the story you are going to tell them if this goes wrong. You will not wallow in pride. Discretion is the better part of valor, pet. Tell them what they want to hear, whatever it takes to survive. Do you understand me? Say the words. Good. Vindimiator's human is determined to make the attempt tonight. Whether they succeed or fail, in a few hours, everything will change permanently. Life is change, Pat. There is no sense in fearing it. Rivers run whether we wish them to or not. To fight the river's current is to tire oneself unnecessarily and to risk slipping beneath its surface. Drift with it instead. There's more to this fear you feel. Other strings tangled up in these knots. Are you worried for me? Now that is novel. You're soft, my pet. A difficult trait to find in a world threats we face. I won't leave you as others have. Rest easy against me. Your soft heart is safe in my grasp. I want this to be a night where we can just relax and chat. Where we're not president and student, we're just us. Cheers. It's my favorite kind. It's good to share it with someone else who can appreciate it. There aren't a lot of refined palates around here, as you might imagine. I mean, you've met Huxley. He's a fairly good indication of the kind of company I'm usually stuck with. But, you know what they say. Better to rule in hell than serve in heaven, right? No, it's not quite that bad. I'd like to think I've carved out a nice enough little beachhead on the shores of this unfortunate place. Don't get me wrong, I owe everything I am to this academy. I found a home here. What we do here, what we offer, it's important. But it's certainly not perfect. There's quite a few things about this place that still need to change or be removed. But all things in time. And I think that's enough talk about work for now. We spent all day thinking about academy things, and this is supposed to be a break from all that. A chance to get to know each other a bit outside of the context of school, you know? There was something I was curious about, if you don't mind me asking. Yeah. I know that you took a long time to decide to reveal your empowered status to the world. That you spent years hiding it from everyone. That must have been really isolating. I mean, I didn't hide my powers for very long, and I only did it at all because my parents made me believe I had to. But even in that short time, I felt alone, distanced. I mean, there was no telling when my magic might start to manifest again, so it was a lot of time spent stuck at home, hiding away from anyone except my family. I can only imagine what it was like to live that way for as long as you did. Did it get better over time? I mean, did you find ways to be out in the world and socialize without worrying too much about your powers? I'm sure it did take a long time. How are you feeling about all of it now? I know it was a bit of an abrupt separation a year ago. Did it involve leaving a lot of people behind? What about non-family? Were there friends or a partner? Were you involved with anyone before you got here? Really? No one. You're joking with me again. Oh, come on. You? I just can't believe that. Someone with, your looks and your talents. Even when you were hiding your magic, I mean, that wouldn't have hidden away that smile, that personality, that body. Oh, there's no way someone as amazing as you was single that long. I mean it. You are wonderful. Anyone would be lucky to have you. Oh, come on. Don't look away. Oh, modesty doesn't suit you. You have nothing to be bashful about. Not with that face. Oh, well, it is everyone from your past's loss that none of them could see this incredible person sitting in front of me for what you really were. Oh, I assure you, I don't give compliments that I don't mean. They are what you deserve. You deserve compliments and attention and admiration and care. Maybe it's just as well that you didn't have anybody before you came here. It makes the separation less painful, I'd imagine. And someone like you should never have to feel pain. You shouldn't have to feel isolated. And now you don't have to. You're with people who appreciate you now. All of you, every facet of you. You're with your own kind. Not just magic users, not even just empowered humans. You're with other human-borns. And people like you and me, the kind of people who can actually understand what this is like, how hard it can be, how different. Only another human born can really know what that feels like. People like us have to stick together. We have to look out for one another. People will try to use us for our status and what we can offer them. I mean, you've already seen that firsthand. I know that for sure.
they'll lie, feign interest and care, even pretend to love you. But all they care about is what they can get out of you. And the second you cut off the supply, or you don't play ball when they ask for something from you, they're gone. There has to be equality in a relationship, not just in power, but in understanding. And the fact of the matter is that only another human born is really going to understand where you're coming from. And they're going to be the only person you can trust to not just be using you like everyone else. Because it happens all the time. I know it sounds cynical. I know it sounds pessimistic, but I've seen it too many times. And I don't want to see someone as amazing as you, someone who's new to this world, who doesn't have all the context for what these different groups of people are really like. I don't ever want to see you get hurt.
Vega, this is Xavier. Are you in place?
We're here with Anton, and waiting patiently. Isn't that right, Vindemiator?
They're uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Is that really a surprise? They're with the Academy president. You've met him.
If it gets much worse, I'm going in there.
Then it is going to get worse before it gets better. I know you're scared for them. Once Anton has control of the system, you can run right in there and get them out. We are all in position and ready, but we can't go until the security is handled, or all of this will have been for nothing. All of their fear and discomfort, it will have been a waste, and we'll have lost our one shot at this. Your partner can do this. We need them to do this.
They have limits. And so do I. And I'm not here to judge at all. I mean, we are all just trying to find some relief, you know? We all look for things that'll make us feel good. And those things satisfy for a while, but they don't last. They can't. There is a lot of joy to be found here. You just have to know where to look. And sometimes it's right in front of you. Oh, yeah. The restroom is down that hall. It's the second door on the right. It's just past my office. I'll get you a refill in the meantime. Okay? Freelancer? Everything okay? This isn't the bathroom, dear. What are you doing in my office? Not answering isn't helping your case, freelancer. If this is another one of your jokes, it's not very funny. Come out here now and we'll just laugh this off and go back to our conversation, okay? Sometimes the joke doesn't land. So get out here, please. I'm getting a little tired of being ignored, freelancer. I don't want to have to start resorting to stronger measures, but I will if you don't get out here now. Open this door. They're panicking. Fear, dread, all of it. They are at a breaking point.
I know it's hard, but you have to hold on just a little bit longer.
Don't patronize me, Avier. They wouldn't even be in there in the first place if it wasn't for you.
Your human is ensuring the future of their race. Let them do this.
Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't take much stock in your opinion on things, Vega.
You think I'm incapable of caring about humanity?
This isn't about humanity as a concept. This is about the person in that room risking everything for us while you all sit here talking about them like an asset, not a person in danger.
You aren't the only one who can detect their feelings.
Well, apparently I'm the only one who fucking cares about those feelings.
Vin, listen to me. You have to let them try.
I don't have to do anything for you anymore, you lying, heartless son.
They did it.
I'm leaving.
I'll need a few minutes.
Yeah, well, you don't have a few minutes. I'm ending this.
Vin? He's gone, isn't he?
I'll follow him and ward the place to keep the magical signature to a minimum.
Provided Vin doesn't just level the building in the process. Fuck. Do what you can to cover for them, Anton. I'll get everyone else in place. Just tell me the second you have control.
I'm done playing, dear. Last chance to open the fucking door. Alright. You want to be in there so bad? That just makes it easier for me. I can do this through a wall just as simply. Oh, what's that? That feeling you're currently experiencing is called asphyxia, darling. I'm afraid there's no air left in there with you. I'd recommend sitting down before it's too late. Wouldn't want you to hit that pretty head of yours on the way down. Oh, look who wants out now. Too fucking bad. Don't worry, dear. You will get your air back just as soon as you're knocked out. I want this to be an informative lesson, not a final one. It'll all go black soon. Just close your eyes and let it happen. Oh, it's alright. You know, sometimes teaching takes a firm hand, especially when you're such a difficult student. gonna be honest, I really expected better from you. Didn't think you'd make it quite this hard. Get away from them. Oh, look who it is. Nice try. The demons don't need to breathe. Unfortunately for you, with your powers muted, you do. And there's something delightfully ironic about an air elemental who can't catch his breath. You're strong, Lasco. But your strength is nothing compared to that of a demon in single combat.
I have your humans. They're unconscious, but otherwise unharmed.
Can't say the same about you, can we, President?
I believe you've broken a few of his bones, Vindicator.
I'd like to do a lot more than that.
He deserves more than that.
Says the sadism demon.
Says a person who's watched him systematically abuse, subjugate, and violate anyone he thought he could wield power over. That trauma warrants retribution.
He's right. More. You deserve to suffer. You deserve to be the one who's powerless. Treated like a fucking animal. Starving every day under lock and key. You deserve all the mercy of the haven you gave us. And I want to be the one to give it to you. But I won't. There was another man I knew who deserved to suffer. And I still see that broken body on the ground when I try to fall asleep at night. I want you to hurt. But I can't do that again.
You can't. But I can.
What?
Silence.
Vega.
He's alive. Death would be a freedom he hasn't earned, as would unconsciousness. Oh, I know, Mr. Moore. It really hurts. Your mouth locked in that silent scream. I hate to have taken away your ability to vocalize your well-earned agony. But for the moment, we're trying to keep a low profile. Do keep your writhing to a minimum, or I'll take away that ability too.
Vega.
Your heart is too soft, Vindicator. But that's what I'm here for. to safety. They've been through enough. They shouldn't be here when they wake.
They are not my pet.
You and I use different words for the same sentiment. Get the human that you care for out of here. This uprising is just beginning, after all. Now, President, before I slice your threads and give you the perhaps unwarranted gift of unconsciousness, I wanted to thank you. You see, I feed on hatred and sadism and violence, feelings that you encouraged, fostered, indoctrinated into every human you had working at that so-called haven. I was surrounded by the most deplorable, disgusting emotions imaginable every day. I played the part of a hungry, weakened demon quite well, I think. But it couldn't have been farther from the truth. And that's all thanks to you. Because of you and everyone that answers to you, I've grown stronger than you could ever imagine. And I will use every ounce of this power to systematically destroy everything your government has put in place. You became overconfident in your ability to contain us. The numbers were in your favor. There were so many more of you than us. Trapped in a world where everyone saw us as the enemy. You were able to control us, cage us. But in a bid to wield more power, you brought too many of us together, gave us the opportunity to organize. You've lost your one advantage. And now we are going to tear your precious imperium apart. But you don't believe that yet. You think we'll fail, and you might be right. But if we do fail, as the meridian falls, I am going to come stand here in front of you and the people who answered to you all these years. And I am going to watch as every cell in your body is torn apart, piece by piece, by the very magic that you coveted so badly. And the smile on my face as it happens will be the last thing that you ever see. I hope you enjoyed Arya's gift while you had it, because because that end